March of 2020 was the last time professional wrestling companies in the United States were touring the country and delivering some of the best, most thrilling action inside the ring and outside the ring to their fans on a consistent basis. And the fact is that since March of 2020, we have been living in a pandemic that has not allowed professional wrestling fans to enjoy wrestling shows like Raw, like SmackDown, like Dynamite, like NXT, like Impact, like Major League Wrestling, like the NWA, and many, many more. The pandemic has been the reason why wrestling fans have not been able to enjoy wrestling the way it should be, and that is live and in person and able to react to their favorite superstars, to their favorite angles, in the way that they want to, in the way that they just receive that emotion that the superstars inside and outside the ring are trying to deliver to us. And it's a shame because we, the wrestling fans, are the gauge that these professional wrestling companies, the bookers themselves, the people in charge themselves, need to gauge of whether a superstar or an angle is over or not. Because in today's post-pandemic, sorry about that, because the pandemic is far from over. In today's pandemic era, still pandemic era, it is impossible for the rise of Hulkamania. It's impossible for the Attitude Era, for the People's Champ The Rock, for Austin 316 signs all over the frickin' arena. It's impossible for the Let's Go Cena, Cena sucks chants to fill an arena. It's impossible for the Yes movement to have been born. It's impossible for the man to take charge of her company. All of these moments, some of the biggest moments in history, in the WWE, and in professional wrestling itself, they all happened because we, the fans, were right there with the superstars, with the companies, and we relished and we embraced those angles, those superstars, those moments, and that is something that has been sorely missing for the past 15 months on any sports entertainment programming. And sure, we've had limited capacity seating at Daly's Place for a while, and sure, we've just had WrestleMania in front of 25,000 fans, but it's not the same. It's not the same because the WWE is still doing shows in a Thunderdome. It's not the same because AEW still has limited fan seating. It's not the same because Impact Wrestling is piping in audio from fans from past shows, and we are pretty much watching an empty arena show each and every single week, each and every single week, each and every single show that they produce, even Under Siege that just happened last Saturday. And that's a crime that fans can no longer assist to these wrestling events until now. Because even though we're just in mid-May, and even though it's just about 2 months away, July seems to be the month that wrestling companies have chosen to resume touring around the United States and bring the wrestling fans back to where they belong, and that is at the wrestling venues, at the wrestling shows. And the first one to do that, of course, is going to be Aew Dynamite on July 7th in Miami, Florida. Like I said, they've had limited capacity at Daly's Place there, as far as I know. At the end of this month, at Double or Nothing, they will have a full arena for the first time in over a year. But now they're going to be touring Miami, they're going to be touring Austin, they're going to be touring Dallas live for Dynamite. And those are great news for wrestling fans around the world. We also got Ring of Honor, who just recently announced that Best in the World, their pay-per-view on July 11th, is going to take place from Baltimore, Maryland, in front of a social distant crowd. We also have WWE. Rumors have been circulating that July, at Money in the Bank pay-per-view, it's going to be the time where they bring back the WWE Universe to enjoy their events. And they should. Because I can assure you, WWE wants fans for the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam in August, but they need to check their protocols, really figure out how they're going to resume touring in a proper way, and that's going to take some time. So Money in the Bank is the perfect way, the perfect venue, the perfect show, and the perfect time to start this up. And finally, we also got Major League Wrestling with Fusion TV taping on July 10th in Philadelphia at the famous 2300 Arena. Thrilled for that. On Vice TV, big news for Major League Wrestling. And finally, we have Impact Wrestling, who just today announced that Slammiversary will be taking place on July 17th, that Saturday night, on pay-per-view. They have yet to announce fans returning to the big pay-per-view event. They should. Everyone's doing it already. And as an Impact Wrestling fan for 12 years now, fans do deserve to be a part of Impact Wrestling, just because, like I said, Under Siege was last Saturday. They put on one hell of a show, and no fans were there to, enjoy it. So all in all, taking politics outside of this, because this is a sports entertainment wrestling channel, and we're here to talk about that and not the politics of whether if it's time to bring fans back to the arenas or not. All in all, just on a pure entertainment basis, I cannot be happier that wrestling fans will be back where they belong, in the venues, cheering on their favorite superstars on national TV. I've been Alexis Carrillo. Wrestling is returning back to where it belongs, and that is the wrestling fans. That's been it for me. Tune in later on to Monday Night Raw, hopefully in one of the last shows in the Thunderdome. I've been Alexis Carrillo. Have a great rest of your day.